Welcome back, our football fanatics.
Kyle, what is that you're wearing right now? That looks good on you, man.
Yeah.
That's a really nice jersey.
Probably because the ladies say I got moves like Kamara, and that's the only reason I'm wearing it.
Is that the greatest running back of all time that you're wearing? Does
Really
he lead
good.
the NFL in scrimmage yards, Kyle?
So before Cory tries to go
I didn't see Khalil Mack chase down Kamara at all.
It's week 9. NFL twin take.
Wait. Real quick, Kyle, you gotta do the Who Dat chant.
Who dat say they're gonna beat the Mains.
One more time, and I want an S. I won the bet.
Who dat say they're gonna beat them Saints.
That's right, baby, not the Bears. Woo! Kyle, what is this, like the 7th year in a row that I get bragging rights, buddy?
But first off, Mooney's still running down the field if we give him the ball. Secondly, we're working with the Build-A-Bear offensive line. Like, it was, dude, literally, come on.
Wait. Do you hear that small violin?
Yeah, dude.
I hear excuses.
We went to Build-A-Bear Workshop or McDonald's to recruit our offensive line this week.
You know, that's funny because
Nick Foles is a statue.
We had 3 practice squad receivers playing
Mooney is still streaking on the
Drew
field.
Brees
Allen Robinson pays a man. He's a stud. And our defense coordinator, Pagano, you're good, and I know our offense doesn't help. What was that soft coverage at the end of the first half?
I want to touch on the Wims.
Wims, when did you become a Gold Glove boxer?
And
do more on the field than you do. But he was backing up his teammate and whatever that. What's the guy's name? The gardening.
CD Deuce.
CD gardening.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the man.
Stop running your mouth. Tariq Cohen will whoop you. He was mocking him last year.
That was you.
Allen Robinson, he was mocking last year. He's twice the player you'll ever be.
I want to touch on something.
I do too. You're cornerback.
We went into Chicago with 3 practice squad receivers.
I just said we had
everybody under the sun knew Kamara was getting a ball and you guys couldn't stop it.
Again, I'm going back to our play calling.
MVP.
Play calling on defense.
Leads it up in yards.
Soft Pagano coverage. What was that?
And what about you?
10-yard cushions. And why are you having Khalil Mack with a bum ankle guard Kamara?
And you knew Taysom Hill was running.
Roquan Smith did a stellar job guarding Kamara. They went back and forth, both of them, exchanging blows. That was a fight with Smith and Kamara. But Chuck Pagano, that soft coverage, my God, come on, are you kidding me? All they had was Kamara. No offense to Breeze, but he's checked down Charlie at this point.
Well, he had three practice squad receivers.
It was clear as day they're going to Kamara every play.
I'm going to end it here. All I want to say is, for us, it was a big
And I wanted Trubisky to come in, and now he's hurt.
Can I end it? For the Saints, it was a huge win because you guys have an elite defense. We were playing without 3 receivers, and it was sloppy, but it was a tough, nitty-gritty game that Saints usually don't win on the road. Wasn't the nicest weather for the Saints either. Big win for us. Horrible loss. 3rd quarter, Bears collapsed. But here's my thing. In my opinion, not to be biased because it's our team, that was the game of the week. It came down to a minute left in overtime. And was it the...
It was that choke job. Choke job of the week.
Yeah, it was sloppy offensively on both sides, but it was a fun game. Closest game they've ever played.
But my God, Bears, if you want to shoot yourself in the foot anymore. And my thing with the wins, everybody calling for his job, dude. It's his career. These are the most competitive people in the entire NFL. He didn't take the guy's neck off. The guy poked Anthony Miller. He backed up his teammate. Did he take it too far? Yes. Did he cost our team? Yes.
Let me play.
But we're not all the angel here. No. Everybody makes mistakes in the heat of the moment. He backed up his teammate. That guy in the Saints is a prick. He's done it time and time again. Michael Thomas knocked him out of practice for a reason.
Let me be the devil's advocate.
Chauncey, Gardening, no one cares, Johnson. Shut your mouth.
Let me be the devil's advocate, though. If I went to work and punched someone, I'd be fired right away.
Okay, and so would putting your... Trying to poke somebody in the eye.
People have a debate there.
He started it. He didn't.
Oh my gosh, you sound like a little kid. He started it, guys.
Yeah.
He started it.
Takes 2 to tango.
Oh, you stop.
Just
stop. We're moving on. We're moving on.
It's always the person who reacts who gets caught.
If you're listening to the podcast and not seeing the video, Kyle is in a beautiful gold and black MVP Alvin Kamara jersey.
Because I play football like Alvin Kamara. And I have dance moves.
He owes me a jumbo margarita, which will probably be drank.
It won't be finished till next year.
No, it'll probably be drank when LSU plays Bama next week. So
yeah, that's true.
I might need one.
What a week! My 2 fantasy teams lost. The line I lost. The Bears lost.
We got to move on though, Kyle. So recap of this week. Obviously, for us, we just recapped the Saints beat the Bears again.
No, the Bears beat themselves.
The first point I want to touch on, Kyle. We can't spend a lot of time on this, but we're gonna find out this week. Bears, Browns, Rams, and Titans are some of those teams pretenders?
Titans are not a pretender. And they just added somebody in the secondary on defense from the Desmond King.
Are the Bears an imposter?
The Bears aren't an imposter because everyone made fun of us to begin with. We're not an imposter. We just, like I said, we have no line. We're on our 7th, 8th, and 9th string offensive line. And our line already sucked.
It's 2020 and everyone's injured.
Our line already sucked to begin with, and now we're at a Build-A-Bear, teddy bear offensive line.
Moving on.
Trubisky's hurt, so we have the statue in the backfield.
The Browns are pretender or contender?
Yes, they're a pretender.
They're a pretender?
Yes, they're a pretender.
I don't
and all that talent, they can't beat anyone worth a dime or
they're only 2 losses.
They're the pennies.
They're only 2 losses. They're 2 of the top
They're by
teams.
80 points.
But it's the Ravens and Steelers. I think
they beat you guys by 80. Or their only wins are against teams that are all under 500.
Okay, so the Bears are contenders.
The Bears have an elite defense.
What about the Rams?
The Bears have an elite defense. They're not pretenders.
Are the Rams pretenders?
The Rams are a 7-seed playoff team that's going to be knocked out week 1. You rush Jared Goff, he craps the pants. The Bears showed that 2 years ago. But they have Aaron Donald, they have a solid defense, and they have a stud in McVay.
Okay, so
they have some pieces on offense too, but they're not a contender.
We'll find out about this as the week.
The Rams are the same team as the Bears right now.
As the weeks go on, I agree with that.
Or find holes.
Well, most of their wins against NFC East. I know you play who you play. But we'll find out. They got a tough division. We'll see how they do against
the Bears and Rams are both like 7 seed in NFC.
And the Bears and Titans play, so we'll find out if one of those
Bears are going to pretend.
Next one I want to touch on. Me and Kyle talk about this all the time. Calls bias, but dude, Burrow right there. He is a stud. I can't emphasize enough. If you know football, he had no OTAs, no preseason, no mini camp. His line is top 3 worst in football. Joe Mixon's out. He has AJ Green's half the season just playing unhealthy. Dude, the guy is just slinging it, man.
Yeah, and
it's just underappreciated.
Props to Dan Orlovsky for saying if he was starting a team, that's the second best young quarterback he'd take.
He
Literally
looks,
second the whole
He looks
NFL.
like a polished veteran.
He put him above Deshaun Watson. Everyone, I'm starting a team. I don't care. Call it time in the moment. No, it's not time in the moment. We saw him last year what he did in college. What he's doing now when all Colin Cowherd everyone crapped out of all season.
Oh, Colin Cowherd loves him.
Well, look at him now.
Joe Burrow
is the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He's in a
wait till he gets a line.
Help. Yep.
And okay, so then next,
and Herbert still says.
Next point, Kyle's gonna agree with this. Take the Dolphins seriously.
Yes.
I don't care that they don't have the most talented team, that they should be rebuilding. They are tough.
They have the best scoring defense. They hold teams under 19 points a game in this day and age.
They embarrassed the Rams, and the Rams are a good team.
Dude, you pick out anybody that's outside of Miami and tell them to name 5 players on their offense and defense, you can't. And they're that good. That says something.
No business doing what they're doing.
No.
Next bullet point.
And they won in spite of Tua.
Who is worse at blowing leads, the Chargers or Falcons? I haven't seen teams be as bad at them at holding leads. Chargers are blowing double-digit leads like it's their job.
They had 3 17-point leads this year.
It's insane.
And I like Anthony Lynn.
You could make a folly out of
these. We can't keep giving them. It's just like the Eagles every year. You can't always go, but they have so and so hurt. Well, they do every year. Get a new strength coach.
Yeah.
Do something new because every year the Chargers, Bosa's hurt. Who's the other big guy next to him? Ingram's always hurt. And the safety's always hurt.
Keenan Allen gets hurt a lot.
It's like they're always hurt. So I'm done using it as an excuse.
I haven't seen a season.
And to help Herbert, he's a rookie with ice in his veins. He should have way more wins than he does. Oh man,
just have these 2 teams face off. Next bullet point, and I think we kind of answered this evening. It's as we're recording this. Our injury is too much for the Niners. Dude, I have never seen a team more injured. I know the Eagles contest, but the Niners are more hurt than Eagles.
George Kittle out for basically the season.
Debo Samuel out. What's the rookie?
Ayuk and Bourne.
They're on their 4th-string running back right now. Defensive end out.
They're still the top 5 defense when there was no one on the defense that started this season.
This is the most. I don't want to hear any team with excuses about it.
Not even Eagles. Not Cowboys. Because Cowboys sucked with their starters.
They have way more injuries than Eagles. Yeah. Way more. Take out Carson Winston.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's too much.
And it sucks because they are literally a good, well-run organization and team. If they had even 60% of their roster, they could sneak in a playoff.
You can't even call it a Super Bowl hangover. It's just bad luck.
No.
And then 2 more bullet points, Kyle, before we go into our power rankings quickly. NBC's going to love this, but the Saints winning set up for an NFC South showdown. It's going to be I hope it should be a great game. I mean, you got Brady and Breeze, 2 of the best to ever do it.
I think Brady and the Bucs were looking ahead to next week.
I do too.
You cannot tell me. Okay, I know the Giants play tough; they get better every week. But don't tell me they should have been competing.
No, they underestimated them. Yeah. And you have Antonio Brown. That's a storyline, and I think Mike Thomas is coming back.
So they can't double team Mike Evans anymore.
This is gonna be awesome. A huge game. It's in Tampa.
But Mike Evans goes MIA when he faces Lattimore. So.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's true. And then last point, as we're talking about the NFC, because we're going into power rankings. I don't care what anyone says. I know there's some homers for Tampa and Seattle or Green Bay or whoever. There's no dominant team this year in NFC. There's not because
defense is pretty much optional.
That's what I was just about to say. We'll touch on it, but each week, I mean, Tampa almost lost to the Giants. I know a win's a win.
Packers,
but Tampa did lose to the
Packers
Saints and
rush
Bears.
defense is vulnerable. They didn't help out Rodgers still.
Seattle's defense is awful. Russell Wilson's back has to be. He needs to go see a chiropractor because he is carrying that franchise.
MVP.
I don't know how the Packers fumbled again on not getting Rodgers more talent.
Well,
even our friends who are Packers fans are upset. It just you gotta feel bad for the guy. But real quickly, we only got a couple minutes before we go into the spread. So let's spend 3 minutes on power rankings. You want to go first?
We're counting down this time, like 5-1.
Yeah, that's fine. Go through your 5.
So 5 and 4. Let me finish real quick because it's whoever wins these games. So at 5, I have the Colts, but they play the Ravens this week. Yep. The reason I have the Colts is because they build inside out. They have just a solid defense, just solid top defense. Just from doing their jobs, they're nothing. The Colts aren't a sexy pick because they're just they're not
fun to watch.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say.
But they get their job done. They have a top defense, top 5, top.
They don't have skill position.
Yeah. They don't have the sexy players, the sexy uniforms, the entertaining announcers, entertaining anything, but they get the job done. Well, top 5 defense. Rivers looked good the last 2 weeks. We don't know where we're going with them. Their weakness, like they have great lines and great defense, is the skill position play.
And their receivers don't stay healthy.
Exactly. So key weapons, but I gotta go.
Did you see the Ravens though? Right now, half their starters might not be
playing.
And
that's the thing. I'm going whoever. Right now, the Ravens. I have the Colts 5, but whoever wins that game could easily be 5. Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson, but get it done, man.
He's the only weakness right now. The Ravens' defense is top 3 in scoring defense.
They should have won that game. I feel bad for that defense.
Their weakness is throwing the ball.
Yep. And then number 4, I have Saints because they already beat the Bucks. They have a
4-game win streak,
and it hasn't been pretty. You guys have looked like the Bears or the Rams when they were winning. But guess what? A win's a win. You're getting healthier. You have Drew Brees, you have Sean Payton, and you already have one up on Tampa Bay. So again, though, whoever wins that game, easily I can flip that to the Bucks next week. So 5 and 4, it's going to show this week. Number 3, I got Seahawks. Guess what? Yeah, no defense.
Russell Wilson.
No defense, but they added a piece on the line, and then they also
Carlos Dunlap.
And then they also get Jamal Adams back soon.
Great linebackers still.
They could also add 2 Vic Beasley. He's going to be cut if he's not already today. He'll be cut. They could get him for cheap. And then offense, it's Russell Wilson. He's going to win the MVP this year. He is that good. Like, he's going to keep them in a game regardless. Their defense
like what Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes do.
Their defense just has to be ranked 20th and not like 32nd, 31st, or 30th. Just like top 20, and they could win a Super Bowl like the Chiefs did till theirs improved. So that's number 3. Number 2, I have the Chiefs. Because they're just great. I mean, they're what the Bucs are trying to be in the
running game now.
Yeah.
Like, you know how dangerous that is?
Le'Veon Bell's averaging like 6 yards a carry.
They have a running game. Their defense is
top 15.
And it's bend, don't break. Like, they're good enough.
They're a top 16 defense.
They make big plays when they need to. They get turnovers.
With the best quarterback.
And they only give up field goals. If you're a Chiefs defense and you just give up a field goal, that's a win. With your
the best coach of all time, best quarterback right now, arguably best player. Too many weapons on offense, and then their defense is way improved.
So what about 1?
Number 1, Steel Curtain, baby. Stand up, Steelers.
Thank you. They need to get credit. I don't want to hear they haven't played anyone because
they beat the Titans and the Ravens and the Browns.
And every team that you like hasn't played someone tough. The Steelers are the only flawless undefeated team.
God.
I mean, it is what it is.
Guys, this isn't style.
It's not college football. No, it's not.
I don't care. Nick Foles, that's the quote of the year for sports. I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty. Well, what fan wants to wake up next day and go, we almost beat the Chiefs? I don't care. I'd rather barely beat the Lions than almost beat the Chiefs. That's me. It's regular season. I don't care. A win's going to go better. And my standing.
Well, we've set the bar too high because of the Chiefs.
Just like quarterbacks, we're all on quick, instant gratification, video game numbers, blowouts.
It's society. Every team's going to have an off game, and to win those games is awesome. When you're having an off day, that shows the better team. Good teams find ways to win when they're not playing the best. Bad teams find ways to lose even when they are playing good. And the thing is, you know what?
You play to win the game.
Yep, it's not college football, so who cares?
And I'm a Bears fan. We never blow anyone out. Guess what? I don't care. We've said something.
It's all about getting hot at the right time. Look at the year the Packers won a Super Bowl.
A win's a win, especially in this crazy COVID year.
I agree with everyone in Kyle's top 5. And who'd you have at 3?
I got Steelers 1, Chiefs 2, Seahawks 3, 4 Saints, 5 Colts.
Okay, the only thing I'm switching, which is shocking being the dire Saints fan that I am, but I'm trying to be fair. I'm going to put the Saints 5th right now, the Saints and Bucks like 5A, 5B, and I'm putting the Ravens as 4th. And so I think the Ravens are a great team. If Lamar Jackson improves a little bit with passing this year.
And if Des Bryant works.
They actually outplayed Pittsburgh in my opinion.
They did.
They should have won that game. I think they'll get them on Thanksgiving. I know they lost.
And
I get it, but
Mark Ingram's been hurt too.
Yeah,
I know everyone has hurt injuries and COVID this year.
But when you look at the long run, I think the Ravens are a top 3 team. I just do. I mean, their 2 losses are against.
And I hope Lamar
top
Jackson
teams.
gets better because I love him. I think he's going to use this as fuel and fire.
So then I'm putting the Bucks and Saints only for the fact that they have 2 losses. That's why I have them 5th instead of 4th. And the winner of that game, it's like what Kyle said. Yeah, the Bucks didn't look the best against the Giants, but we saw how dominant they could be when they beat the Packers. And then the Saints beat the Bucks head-to-head, which no one wants to talk about because it's week 1. But we're missing Mike Thomas. He's the best at his position in the league. Like, I don't care what you say. You saw what Kamara does. With Mike Thomas back, the Saints are going to look much better. I know we talked about injuries not being an excuse, but we will look like a different team, and we're still winning.
And you added Quan Alexander. It's more of your secondary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think your offense will be fine because Sean Payton and Breeze, especially with getting receivers back, it's your secondary.
It is. It's our secondary, and our offense needs Thomas back. And you know what? I just think whoever wins this game is going to be.
Well, especially if you guys beat them and you sweep them and go up on them. Then that's going to help you guys big time.
So the sky is not falling in New Orleans. Sorry, media. Sorry, everyone bashing Breeze. Yeah, we're winning ugly, but we're winning. So we're winning without Mike Thomas, without half our weapons. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's like when Cubs fans were pissed after they won a World Series and then won 4 titles in 5 or 6 years and expected more.
The media has its popular teams that they're always going to talk about.
We got to temper our expectations. We're not all Boston guys. Yeah, or LA right now as a city.
So we have a similar top 5, and like Kyle said, when Baltimore and Colts get done this weekend, and then the Saints and Bucks, that will switch my top 5. Yeah. So Kyle, we got about 10 to 15 minutes tops to go through the spread, so we'll have to go relatively quick.
I'm not even going because it's going to change every day about COVID, just off who I know now is playing. I mean, it's going to change tomorrow.
So they got the Packers -7. So Packers got 1 by 8 or more to cover. What do you got?
I literally, until probably 2 hours ago, I was going to go Niners. But without Garoppolo, Kittle, and 3 of their star receivers and starting Trent Williams, everyone's out because COVID or injury. I think Packers win with Rodgers because Niners have I think the Niners have a better organization, coaching staff, everything. They whooped them last year both times, but they have no one playing.
So I think the Niners, obviously, I mean, if you're going off last year,
3 quarters, but you can't with they're fielding a practice.
I'm not. Man. You can't take the Niners or this game serious because the Niners are literally on 3rd stringers.
It's a practice.
They're on a 4th-string running back. It's the Packers. Even though the Packers are on a 4th-string running back. Because they have Rodgers and Adams, they're going to win.
Well, every team,
that combination.
And again, every team has injuries. It's a year unlike any other, but some are worse than others. The Niners have by far the worst right now in the whole.
And you got to think. I know it was like
getting Ravens Rangers.
Packers are still pissed about last year. They got theirs twice by them. Packers are going to cover.
Yeah.
Panthers and Chiefs. They got the Chiefs having to win by 11 to cover.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Disagree. What have the Panthers done the last couple weeks? They've flopped.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater is a game manager. Their defense is not good besides the rookie they got.
That game manager beat you in Chicago
last year. The rookie from ISU. What? Jeremy Chinn.
That game manager came to Chicago last year and beat you.
Dude, we just beat him this year.
Wait.
We beat him this year.
I'm just saying.
He's a game manager. We should have blown him out, but the Bears won't blow out anyone with their offense.
Okay, so
the Chiefs are on fire. The Chiefs are
Is Robbie Anderson not a top receiver? Is Christian McCaffrey coming back? Let me answer this right now. Christian McCaffrey, I think, is coming back.
Okay, cool.
So you don't think that changes
their defense is not going to stop Mahomes?
False.
Okay. And Teddy Bridgewater will not be able to. He will not be able to keep pace with Mahomes.
Chiefs will win by 10. Chiefs are not winning by 11 or more. If Christian McCaffrey's back with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson,
at least 14.
Next game, Kyle. The fun part is me and Kyle get to go to this game actually. Ravens and Colts. So Kyle, they got the Ravens actually having to win by 3. What do you think? Because with the COVID happening in that locker room and stuff, and some players not getting to play, I still take the Ravens. I just do. I think this game means more to them.
Well, they can't afford a loss.
That's my point. Their division. Colts division's awful.
Well,
Titans are good, but the Ravens division is bad. That's what I'm saying. Both those teams will get in the playoffs. I think Colts and Titans. One will get wild card. Ravens. That division. Ravens want to keep up right now.
I'm going Ravens just because I believe Lamar Jackson. He was an MVP last year, and I think this is just going to be fuel the fire, just like when everyone says you should switch.
I still think it's one of the best well-run organizations.
Yeah, I think the Ravens bounce back. There's no way they lose.
And I'm going for the Ravens just because Mark Ingram and Patrick Queen. I think Queen's on the COVID list
too.
Big trust. Whoop whoop. Seahawks and Bills. They got the Seahawks winning by 4. Seahawks got to win by 4 to cover. What do you got?
Seahawks. I love Bills Mafia. Seahawks don't have a defense, dude. Buffalo doesn't have a defense anymore.
Yeah.
Their defense has already given up as many 20-point games this year than they did all of last year. We're halfway through the season.
I don't know if the scheme
Josh Allen,
a couple players leaving.
Josh Allen, you don't know what you're gonna get. One day it's raining, one day it's 90 and sunny. You don't. Josh Allen's like the freaking meteorologist. He's the weatherman, man.
I'm also going with Seattle to cover for 2 reasons. Russell Wilson is clutch in prime time.
He's cooking.
And Josh Allen's opposite. Buffalo doesn't show up in big games. They just don't. They beat teams they're supposed to. They beat good teams, but they don't beat
Buffalo
great
has
teams.
no run game at all.
So I'm taking Seattle to cover, especially with that offense.
Wait, where's the game at?
Buffalo.
Ooh, that could be a cold though, right? Maybe it's not that.
You're a meteorologist. Tell us.
Yeah, that's true.
Bears and Titans, Kyle. They got the Titans having to win by 7.
False. Bears win.
Give me a quick reason.
Swaggy Nagy. We got Montgomery looked like a stud. Almost had 100 yards last week. Allen Robinson will single-handedly win that game.
So
Darnell Mooney will still be run down silent, and we have a top defense. I don't care what anyone says, we still have a top defense.
I'm gonna actually take the Bears to cover 2 because Tennessee's offense I don't think is good enough against the Bears' elite defense. The Bears' problem is their offense. The Bears will scheme a way to stop Derrick Henry and to make trouble for Tannehill. I think the Bears will cover definitely. We'll see how their offense
goes. Some of those turnovers that we used to get in 2018, like we could have Eddie Jackson and Roquan each had one go through their hands, then the fourth fumble we didn't get. We're gonna get that this game. It's gonna come around because we're right there. We'll get it.
This game is a barn burner. Oh my gosh, the Texans and Jags.
Oh Jesus.
Texans have to win by 7 to cover.
Well, the worst part is Texans their pick is going to Miami anyways. So they can't tank. What's the point?
I got the Texans covering. Jacksonville's not even starting Minshew. I
just 6-round pick starting for Jacksonville from Idaho or something.
I got Texans. Texans still got Deshaun Watson.
I was just gonna say they have Deshaun Watson. Difference right there.
Fuller State, so I got the Texans. This is another barn burner. Giants and Washington football team.
I think that's actually though 2 teams that are actually
they're good. They just can't.
For being at the bottom of the barrel, I like that they're both fight.
They're
compared
both
to like the Cowboys and the Jets and the Jags, and at least these 2 are competitive.
These 2 just find ways to lose, but they're competitive. Division game, it should be good. Washington has to win by 4. What do you got, Kyle?
I got Ron Rivera, man. Riverboat Ron. Kyle Allen will do just enough. I love Gibson though, the rookie from Memphis. Antonio Gibson. Obviously Terry McLaurin, and I like their defense a lot. I think they're gonna force at least 2 turnovers against Daniel Jones. He turned it over in 20 of his 21 starts.
We got to go quick here just because of time.
Gotta be quicker than that.
But okay, I'm gonna take Washington too because of coaching and because Daniel Jones is on the other side and he's due for 2 turnovers in every game. And I don't know what happens to him in the red zone. Next game we'll go quickly, Kyle. Broncos and Falcons. The Falcons got 1 by 4 to cover.
Broncos.
You taking them to cover?
Big Fangio. Defense. Broncos.
I'm taking the Falcons because of their offense.
Bradley Chubb.
If Ridley plays. I haven't checked the report.
KJ Hamler.
If Ridley plays, I'm taking the Falcons
Drew
because of their offense. Okay. So Vegas versus LA, Kyle. That's a good one too, I think. Raiders and Chargers. They actually have the Chargers favorite, which is surprising because the Raiders have actually been able to win games.
The Raiders are the most confusing team to figure out. Oh my God, they could beat the best teams and be elite, and then a week later you're like, well, there's the Raiders.
And they've beat some quality teams.
Yeah, they have.
They're gonna make the playoffs, I think, at wild card.
7th seed. I'm going Raiders. The Oakland Raiders. I mean, LA Raiders.
I'm actually
Vegas Raiders.
Okay, you're done.
It's Oakland, so come on.
I'm gonna take the Raiders because the Chargers have to win by 2 to cover. I think the Chargers have the chance to
They got Herbert,
but the Chargers they keep blowing games at the end, and the Raiders keep finding ways to win. And I just think this is their chance to kind of turn over and be like, hey, we're getting that wild card, so I'm going Raiders.
Well, it was just Halloween. They got Chucky coaching. So
this game usually would be good, but just not this year. And that the spread tells you they got Pittsburgh having to win by 14 to cover over Dallas.
God, might as well give them 40. Dallas is so uninspired. They don't even know who their quarterback is yet.
They won't even stick up for their quarterback.
Yeah, dude, I'm Dallas. You guys suck. No, there's no beating around the bush. There's no America's team. There's no America's team. You guys are a dumpster.
With Pittsburgh's defense.
You guys are America in 2020. That's what you are, Dallas.
With Pittsburgh's defense.
Yeah, Dallas, dude, they don't even want to be out there. They don't even care. Zeke Elliott's again, a cheeseburger away from an offensive line, man.
Okay, so
they don't know their quarterback. McCarthy sucked in 1940. They're uninspired.
Okay, so we're taking Pittsburgh to cover
historically.
So
you're wasting Cooper and Gallup and half.
We gotta move on. We're out of time.
Dallas, you suck. Put on the calendar. You're more entertaining.
You're like all of ESPN. You're wasting time on Dallas.
Well, because
you're like every analyst and every ESPN show. So Miami and Arizona, I like this game.
So do I. That's a great game.
I think this is an awesome, exciting game.
Tua versus Kyler Murray. Let's go.
This is an exciting game. They got Arizona having to win by
2 great young coaches.
What do you think?
No, go Dolphins. I'm riding the Dolphins.
I was about to say I'm hopping on the bandwagon for this. I just think it's exciting. Awesome game.
Tua will only play better too.
325 game 2. I'm going Miami at least to cover. I just think they're very well coached.
I love what Brian Flores is doing there.
very well coached. Great defense, great special teams. Kyle, the next game, the one I'm most excited about, Saints and Bucks. They have the Bucks having to win by 5 to cover.
Not happening.
I think the Saints finally show people a complete game. I just do. I think it's under the lights.
I think so too, because you guys have not shown a complete game
yet
this year. Just knowing Cam Jordan, Michael Thomas coming back, they're gonna be like, all right, let's go.
Emmanuel Sanders is back.
I think still has magic in them.
We have all of our offensive weapons back. I think we do it.
I'm just being honest too. If not now, when?
Yeah.
Like if they don't this week on primetime, I mean, this is perfect. It's gonna be a great game.
These are the games you get up for.
Yeah, Bucks are right there by the end of the season. Bucks. People are already saying they could easily. I could see them in an NFC Championship or Super Bowl, but not yet. They're still gelling, and they're just bringing Antonio Brown.
The Bucks remind me of the Niners last year.
Yeah,
they really.
By the end of the year, they're gonna have it together. They're still figuring out some pieces,
and they have injuries too.
And Antonio Brown's got to work in the system.
Last game we got to cover real quick, which is perfect based on the time we got left. Horrible game. Patriots and Jets. Patriots.
Jets are the only team worse than the Cowgirls.
Patriots got to win by 8. We both got Patriots. I mean, it's Belichick. So that's all this. That's the spread for the week and all the games. So hopefully Saints beat Tampa Bay and
Bears will rebound. We'll rebound, guys.
Bears rebound. Thanks for listening, guys, and have a good weekend. And hopefully the games go good. Go Saints and who dat?
Bear down.